those of you keeping track, I watched 10 movies today. Now, several of them were short films, but I like to count short films in the same way I count feature films. I feel like they're an equivalent. Yes, less time has gone into it, but they're fully formed stories generally. Anyways, you want to debate me about counting short films on my film lists, you can go ahead, but I'm going to just talk about these short films. But yes, I watched 10 films today. I'm a little punch drunk. I'm also very tired. It's after midnight. So the reason I watched so many films was I was catching up on the pioneers of African American cinemas, and then I watched almost the entire night. There's 2 more films tonight, but obviously I have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm going to watch those tomorrow probably. So the short films that I watched varied. So 2 of them, I have the little articles open so that I'll read the right. Okay, so 2 of them were by this husband and wife filmmaking duo, James and Eloyce Gist, who were business people who then made these religious films. They were Baha'i. So they made these religious films, and they're very strange. The 2 that they showed tonight were Heaven Bound Traveler and Verdict Not Guilty. Heaven Bound Traveler almost feels like if the French New Wave made home movies, that's what you would see. And it's about temperance and being faithful and understanding what that means and how to live a temperate, God-fearing life. The next one, Verdict Not Guilty, was almost like the professor who introduced the film said. It's sort of like a passion play, but it's like a passion play from your nightmares. It's like there's a woman dressed like, I think it was a woman dressed like a nun, but she had this creepy ass mask on, and then there's everyone's in creepy costumes in this, and it's someone's soul is on trial, and it's actually kind of terrifying. It's a terrifying, amazing, super low budget film. There's I think a few more films from these filmmakers on the Kino set, so I can't wait till I can get my hands on that set so I can watch the rest of the films on it. I'm so peaked. So this was a little strange. So the next film, completely directed by a woman, was one of Zora Neale Hurston's anthropological films. This one was called Commandment, Keeper Church, Beaufort, South Carolina, May 1940. And this was only a 15-minute segment of the film. There's actually 42 minutes of raw footage. It was never really edited together in the Library of Congress. And this is a 15-minute segment of it. It's really fascinating. It's beautifully filmed of the Gullah people in South Carolina. And it was interesting because she films in a very I feel like what's what I was trying to say? Well, she films in a very unobtrusive way, and then she adds in this soundtrack that's from a different time because she couldn't shoot film and sound at the same time due to electrical issues apparently, and it adds this really otherworldly feel to the film, and it's just utterly beautiful piece of filmmaking. I had known that she made some documentaries, but I've never seen them before, and it makes me, there's a cat attacking me down there, it makes me want to seek out the rest of her films. I don't know if they're available. I'm actually not sure if the Kino set has more on it or not. I hope it does, because she's amazing. And then I went out on Amazon during the break. Here's a cat's tail. Oh, it didn't come in. Come here. This is the cat. She jumped on the bed when I was talking. She does not like to be filmed. Those of you who remember Mr. Rochester, Miss Fanny is the exact opposite. She does not like being filmed at all. She's looking away. There you go, Miss Fanny. anyways, I went on Amazon and I found a bunch of really great books from her that I didn't even know about. There's this one that's like folk tales from Southern America that I like need my hands on like right away. So anyway, Zora Neale Hurston's amazing. The last two were short silent films that were made in the teens. These films, one of them was 101 years old. 101 years old. Just think about that. It's a film called Two Knights of Vaudeville. It's from 1915. It's 101 years old. And we got to watch it on our television. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that why life is wonderful? Like, it's just, it makes me so happy. There was a thing on, I believe these two films were both made from a production company that, there was an article that was actually, white owned. There we go. Yeah. There's a lot of great articles on tcm.com, by the way. You should read them. So it was white owned. They made these films that were sort of like Keystone Cop-esque films. And in the first one, Two Knights of Vaudeville, it's two dudes who have tickets to a vaudeville show, and then they do shenanigans ensue, as you would expect. The next one was called Mercy the Mummy Mumbled, and it's about a man who's in love with a scientist's daughter, and the scientist wants to do some tests on a mummy, so the man who's in love with the daughter is like gonna get him a mummy. He hires a person to be the mummy, which you don't want scientific tests on you if you're not a real mummy, if you're a human, right? No good. And then two people from who are from Egypt, supposedly, who are looking for a stolen mummy, also try to find this mummy, and so they're all chasing this mummy, and it's just madcap, as you would expect from such a story. Unfortunately, the print is suffering from horrible nitrate decomposition, and so a good deal of the film is just the creepy, like, melting nitrate. That said, the Monte Alto? Is it Monte Alto? I'm obviously tired. Monte Alto? Let's look this up. No, that's not right. Monte Alto. There we go. That was really hard. The Monte Alto Motion Picture Orchestra did the score for it, and I think they must have seen them at nitrate. Well, they've obviously saw the film. So they incorporated the craziness of the nitrate decomposition in those parts to some of the frenetic score that they made to make it really all just be nutty at the end. And I really appreciated that. So that was what I watched tonight. Those are 5 short films to top off my 10 films for today. I left my house today, mind you, and did laundry and dishes. So I didn't just watch movies all day. I actually went grocery shopping and did a whole bunch of actual things on top of watching 10 films. I have not had a day like this in a while. It was really fun, actually. So anyways, these films are probably going to be on TCM, the Watch TCM app. And then you can also obviously get the Kino set, which I have in my Amazon wishlist and need to own like right away. And yes, I do have a wish list, and yes, it is public facing, so maybe if you want to buy it for me, I would not take it. So I'm just going to put that out there. Anyways, have a good night. I'm going to go sleep now, and then I'm going to go work. Tomorrow is Summer of the Stars. I'm very excited. It's going to be a really great month for August. Actually, it's already August, but it's going to be a great month. And good night.